Excuse me. Let me put some oil on my neck before my neck starts showing that I am old. I hear that when you are old, the first sign is showing on your neck. Well, it's too late. It's already showing. You can't beat age. Growing old is simply beating the odds of dying young. It's a blessing to grow old. Hi, guys. Hi, my people. It's been a minute since I was here. I know, man. As I said, I've been quite busy at work. It's like I've just gotten out of this, mind space where I just don't want to make a video. Sometimes you get into that mind space that you just don't want to sort of appear on YouTube. I had a lot of things going on. And plus, right now, my mind is just pretty much focused on what is going on around the world right now. The war that is happening. I'm just like, right now, just focusing all my entire attention on the geopolitics of algorithm of the social media. So I usually nowadays just can't be bothered. I check what is happening on YouTube here and there, and I see, but most times I just don't feel like reacting on anything. I don't feel like, because even I watch other reactors and I usually don't feel anything of substance to react on, especially based on Dim Wango or the Ondari family. I usually feel like it's not important at this particular moment. Let's just put them in the side and try to figure out, focus on the things, stuck task at hand. What is exactly happening on the? I don't even know if you guys follow the war that is happening. It is my first time in this world since I was born that I am experiencing, or even I have coming across, um, paying attention to the news about the geopolitics. Nowadays, I'm so into it. To an extent, I'm just asking myself, what have I been focusing myself on all this time? So it has been, I won't lie to you that I'm not been online. Yes, I've been online, but I've been focusing on what is happening in Iran and in Israel and USA, whatever the war that is happening right now, and just the Middle East. So today, and also because today I'm alone. My partner and his brother, my partner's brother came to visit us. He came from Rwanda. So we have a visitor. So usually this sitting room is usually like this particular moment, this time, it's not, yeah. This is the moment that they usually come back, and we are usually just sitting, talking. And I don't film just because they are in the space that I like filming here. I don't like to go in the room or go anywhere else to film. So film when I have visitors. But today I'm here. At least I'm here. So I watched today's Roshio's video. Roshio have actually decided to break up with Aya Marwa on live, on YouTube live. So I don't even know. First and foremost, I understand that Roshio actually unfollowed Aya Marwa prior to this breakup. And I've seen a lot of people have mixed feelings based on this particular thing over here. But it's not a new thing, guys. Reactors already knew the tingo. Usually reactors usually tell you, I told you so. You know, when something happens, they usually actually whistle blow regarding whatever is happened before it even happens in advance. Like they can see it from afar. So the reactors knew, or even viewers, they realized that Roshio and Ayamarwa were really not cut out for each other. They were really not compatible with each other. They simply got into the relationship for their own selfish gains. No matter what these people might say, I don't believe that there was anything to do with love that happened between them. I don't believe that Roshio really loved Ayamarwa because Roshio mentioned that prior to dating Ayamarwa, he was never interested in dating people who are not of her kind. She was just dating within her ethnicity. And she says specifically that she didn't like blacks. That is exactly what she said. And I'm not surprised because we know the history of these Argentinians. They usually feel like they are more European than the European themselves. So they're usually very discriminatory towards other group of people, especially. So that is not a surprise. And of course, before this, our village people always come to get with these people. They usually they usually don't do their research to know which type of people they are getting around with. So we know very well that Ayamarwa gets along with this or even finds these women just to bed and have fun with them as time continues. They are just travel buddies and they sort of just doing flings. Like we've seen Ayamarwa on these YouTube fields. He's just an adventurous guy who just likes to bed women as he moves along. He is not, I repeat, he is not somebody who is for the keeps. He's not a keeper. If you are a woman of age and you're looking for a husband and you want to get married, same way this Rochelle, whatever Rochelle was talking about in her video, she said that she had reached a point where she had just wanted to settle down and she had didn't know about Ayamara whatsoever. She never did her research about Ayamara. I don't understand. I think they might have met online. I don't know how they met because, according to her, she just flew over to Ayamarwa, and that is exactly how they met. That is exactly the story that they told us. She told us. So the same script that happened with Dimwango and the husband is the same script that happened with Ayamarwa and Roshu. So it's not like there are people who like taking risks. I'm not going to judge them on this because honestly, even me, I took risks before I got married, okay? I flew out to meet whoever I wanted to meet, you know? Met people in different cities, and it is just what it is. Sometimes you take risks. Like people, you don't just like the people who take risks are the people who actually are somewhere in life. So I would understand the need of them wanting to be coupled up at a certain age, especially when you're in your 30s, because that is something that me personally I've gone through. So as a woman, I really truly understand. But then again, we know that we as women We are usually given a lot of red flags in men, but we usually ignore it. We usually sometimes the men tells us who they are, we refuse to believe them the first time. So we usually just think that we are going to change them. We are going to be exceptional, and we are going to like sort of make them act differently than they are accustomed to. So we just go with the flow, thinking that even no matter how bad this guy has shown you his true colors, you're just like, oh no, he's gonna come along, he's gonna love me. They met in Mexico. Oh, go watch the video. Over 2 years ago, you will see them riding on the beach. You know, what I thought is, oh, first time they met in Mexico, I thought that this girl just flew over to Villa Medellin for the whatnot. There was a party over there. There was some party that was going on there, and I thought that she actually, according to her video, she didn't say that the first time they met in Mexico. She just said that she just flew there and she had some reservations. She was afraid. She was like, she had some doubts, but she just still went there anyway. That is exactly what I had her say. So according to me, I know that a lot of people usually have their opinions on this, because again, we are reacting based on things that has been brought here on the social media. So don't judge us. So with this one, I feel like some of the people who've reacted are a bit biased towards her, towards Rocio. And I understand that the reason why people are biased towards her is because she had shown a little bit of a bad attitude towards people of color, towards African people. And I think that people are judging her over the way that her attitude was when she was living in Villa Medellin. And they are basically just have cut her out to be somebody. And also there were some comments that she had made regarding Ayamara, because I saw in one of a certain video was floating around, and Ayamara was on a tree, and she was basically just calling him the monkey. She was calling him monkey, and also she was calling these villagers parasites. So I feel like her attitude was not right when she was living, and that is the reason why I feel like people are judging her based on the way she always had stunk up attitude whenever she was in the villa. It seemed like, give me tissue. It seemed like, where are you, Auntie? Huyu ameshalala. Can you give me tissue? Are you there? Oh, you're sleeping. Yeah, bring tissue here. Come and stock tissue here. It's no tissue. I thought you had gone up. I didn't know you were sleeping. Sorry, I've woken her up. So, I've seen that people are judging her based on her attitude. She was very stuck up attitude towards everyone in the villa. She was feeling better than everybody, basically. The way she was talking. Bring tissue here. The way she was talking, the way she was carrying out herself. She was very much, most of the time, very stuck up. And this made give people the idea that something was not right between them. But me, when I saw her, in her video, she said that she wanted to get married. And she had always been looking forward to getting married at some point in her life. She had even contemplated exactly how she wanted her proposal to look like. all this Romeo and Juliet type of fantasy in women's head regarding the proposal and wow and blah 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 blah. So even her, she thought that something like this could come from Ayamarwa. Anyway, what did I press? Okay. She thought that something like this could come from Ayamarwa. Ayamarwa, who is raised from a family who is very dysfunctional, she doesn't know whether he is going or coming. The only thing that Ayamarwa is focusing on is her YouTube career and her donators. If it does not bring him anything like that, forget about it. So even this idea of marriage, this guy showed this woman that he's really not into marriage and all those paper marriage and whatnot. Because according to him, according to this woman, she was saying that Ayamara basically feels like a woman is sort of a gold digger. That you want to be with him only to take up and only to divorce him after and go after 50-50 whatnot of his wealth. And that one is not even a surprise to me. Maybe perhaps this woman showed Ayamara that this is what she was after. Because again, she said that she was not interested in blacks. So what was he with Ayamara for? Maybe there were some things that she had said to make Ayamara think that this one is only after whatever I have, nothing else. So even though she would like to tell people that she was really in love and she wanted Ayamara the love to be reciprocated, do you know people who are very cold-hearted are people like Ayamara? Falling in love is not easy for them. If you and I know very well that this woman also was not like really in love with Ayamara. That you cannot come here and start crying and telling people. I mean, this guy told him exactly who he was, but she never believed this guy. She went ahead after hearing this guy saying again and again and again and again that he will not marry her. Basically, the guy told him, I'm not gonna marry you. I don't wanna marry you. I don't wanna propose to you. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care about those marriage thing. I don't care about the marriage. It's just a paper. What were you opening your legs for then? To give him a child. Like opening your leg is not even an issue. Unless if you just wanted to give birth to him. For your channel to multiply for one reason or the other. Because I feel like these people were in a relationship with each other for some selfish gains. They were not in relationship with each other. It was not a healthy relationship. So there was something that they wanted from each other. And I believe that the lady might have wanted to sort of control Ayamara, and perhaps she thought that she was going to be the exceptional queen of Ayamara's heart, that Ayamara was going to fall for her too much just because of her skin color. So she basically just like did not play her cards right. This is exactly my opinion. Everybody have their opinion. Everybody have, okay, if they met in Mexico, that's good. Everybody have their opinion. Each and every one of you can put their opinion here. It's all welcome. But according to me, I just feel like the lady knew exactly what she was getting herself into. Let her not tell us, because after a guy has told you that I don't want to get married, and also the guy jokes about I want 10 children with different baby mamas. Basically, I want to be free to do whatever I want with whichever woman I choose. Then they are telling you that they are not a serious type whom you can be in a committed long-term relationship. So what makes you think that you're going to even make him change his mind over this kind of ideology? Absolutely nobody. We knew very well that with Ayamara, guys, I'm gonna reserve my thoughts on Ayamara because I'm just gonna be telling you guys the truth. Me, I don't like Ayamara. There's something about him that don't rub me the right way. There's something about him that basically just don't rub me the right way. I don't like. I just don't like. I don't like. I just don't like their personality. I don't like the way they are so fixated on the entire, the way they are approaching the entire YouTube and whatever they are doing. It's just not what I don't. It's for them and it's working for them, but the way they are, I don't know. I can't point a finger on it, but I just don't like their attitude towards these things. So even this lady, we might be biased, both of us, all of us, we might be talking and be biased regarding this girl. But then again, something else I felt was that she knew what she was getting herself into. Now she's coming back, giving us these stories. Over all of us knew that she had already basically gone and not going back to Villa Medellin. Even though Amarwa kept calling her my wife, my wife. Amarwa thinks that if you call a woman my wife, it's going to make them like their knees are going to be like they are going to be so weak in their knees and I mean, who does that? Like you are not yet even married to someone, yet you're calling them your wife. And yet you say you don't even like the idea of marriage, but you are free to call someone your wife even without marrying them. I don't understand that at all. I know that it's a culture thing. People are saying maybe their cultures differ from each other, and this woman with whatnot. I don't know. I don't even think it's something about culture. It's just that they did not. They are not. Everything about them did not match. Marwa's goals and her goals and whatever she's all about, because this girl was thinking that they were going to be this it couple who are going to be making videos together, making huge revenue on YouTube, and then maybe the child will come along, and then maybe before they even started being together, the guy, she had already noticed the personality was a little bit off, but she kept actually convincing herself that this guy might change, so she just gonna continue and give it a try, more tries, and a lot of forgiveness and blah blah blah. She's just like trying with somebody who is not even trying himself. He's shown you that he can't be bothered with relationships. He just can't. But she's trying to make him change his mind. And then when finally he couldn't change his mind, he gives him a child thinking that he's going to change his mind after the child comes. Even when the child was when the lady was pregnant, they were fighting and it was a mess. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like Rosho is better than me. Because if it was me, I would spill everything over here. I would like talk, and I would say everything. Because now, as it is, she's saying that the reason why she was not getting along with Congrats mom was because Congrats mom was very intrusive, and Congrats mom was always in her business, always coming to the villa talking crazy to her, and they were lashing out at each other. I'm sure she lashed out at Congrats at mom based on how Congrats mom approached her. In this one, I cannot really, if you give me the context of exactly what happened, that is the only time I'm going to judge. But based on the way she was talking, it seemed like from the word go, she never respected these villagers. She never respected these people. She never respected the family. She never respected Ayamarwa and her entire family. But she just found herself there, living amongst these people that she doesn't respect. So these people were trading with very thin line whenever they were dealing with her. And again, she was always blaming the way she had the bad attitude with these people on her hormones. She was always blaming it on the hormones. But you might just find out that she was not getting her way with Aya Marwa. Then she was just lashing out because she wanted things to happen her way, but they were not happening. This is the reason why we cannot side with Aya Marwa. Because then again, if you don't feel like you want to marry a certain lady and a lady has actually told you that their intentions is to get married, so why do you even waste their time continuing being with them? Why don't you just go for somebody who is not looking for anything serious and just keep having the flame? I feel like people should be open with each other. If you are not looking for something long term, just let me know. But then again, that is just not how men are. Men will just waste your time. So it is based on you are the one as a woman with the womb. So you should be the one, we should be the people to guard our womb, especially when we are in the reproductive age and years. You should guard your own womb at the at all cost. Especially the guy has shown you who they are. The least thing you want to do is actually sire a child for them. They've shown you who they are. You've seen the entire family, the dysfunctionality of the family, and everything that was going on in the family, the toxicity around there, yet you still want. So I feel like this lady knew exactly what she was doing. Right now, she would just come here and cry and make you guys want to pity party for her. And again, she's making these videos. The way she was talking, it seemed like she did not want to let, because she knows that majority of people who watch her are from Ayamarwa. So she made this video in a way she don't want these people to actually run away. She wants these people to give her sympathy and not. This lady is a very calculating lady because me, I watched the entire video. I did not necessarily feel like she said anything wrong about Marwa. Like she did not really like give people context of entire thing, whatever happened in their relationship. She was just talking at very much base value without going deeply into exactly what happened. So it felt like, according to her, she felt like she was protecting Ayamarwa, but not by not going deeper. But you might think that she was protecting Ayamarwa, but I feel like she doesn't really give an ish about Ayamarwa. She only give a ish about the fact that she doesn't want Ayamarwa's followers to give her backlash and to come at her. So she has to trade very carefully. What is this? I don't want to. What is this? What is this? That is the reason why I don't want. Even when you see her, she almost at the verge of crying. This lady is very calculating, and I understand majority of people are not buying it. They are really not buying it, and I think that this video of hers, she okay. Let me take a phone call. Hello. Poa. Leta mkate. I think ni mkate tu ndio haiko. Sasa uko na kifunguo ya kufungua? Because mimi niko kwa video na huyu msichana ni kama amelala. Aya. So I feel like everybody have their own opinion. Some people were very harsh towards her, and some people, me personally, I just feel like these people are all very calculating. It's just views at the end of the day. You are making videos reacting on them. They are making videos because they know they are going to to bring in the mullahs and bring in the, like right now the video is just 4 hours and she has 1,000 people commenting on the video. So it means that this video has very much high attraction because It's only 4 hours and it's already at 13K. So this video is going to be such a hit. So people from Ayamarwa, the reactors, everyone is gonna watch this video. But then I feel like she is much better than me, honestly. I feel like everything that she said in this video, me, I watched this video entirely. And whatever she said in this video, I did not feel like she really like went deep and she really gave people context of exactly. People are judging her off of the way she used to interact with people in the village, and they really don't know exactly what happened individually in that specific relationship. Both of them are the people who know, because she said that there are really some horrible things that happen, some ugly things that happen in the relationship. So, and also when she was talking, she was actually asking for forgiveness. But then, when she was making this video, I feel like she did not own to her part, because I feel like for a relationship to break, it cannot only be a one-sided thing. It cannot only be Marwa's fault. She had to have contributed to some part of it breaking. So she cannot just blame Marwa for everything. She has to own to it. She has to say that first and foremost, this guy showed me exactly who he was. But I acted silly, I acted stupid, and I closed my eyes to everything, thinking that she was going to be the queen of the villa and she's going to be like the empire is going to be hers. But then it obviously backfired on her. Ayamara didn't. Ayamara is a very, very smart and calculated man. He knows what women can be after, especially when they see such a big house with those cars, because people were thinking, oh, he bought you this, he did this to you, he bought you those horses, he bought you cars, he did this and that. Yes, he bought him her horses, but then again, she says that horses were Marwa's idea. And he seems like he's somebody who gets obsessed with things that he just buys them. And I feel like this girl was trying to control Marwa, to tell Marwa what to do, how to conduct whatever he's conducting. And I also feel like they might have gotten in the wrong, like they might have not agreed with the way the money from donators were being used. I believe that maybe I believe that the most majority, the donations that these people were getting, I feel like Marwa was sort of the one getting a hold of these donations. And Roshio was not capable of controlling Marwa, his money and everything, the way the donations was being used and whatnot. And I feel like these people were not on the same page, because we know that Amara uses the money from the donators to invest in horse breeding business. And when Roshio was talking about the fact that he did not agree with his style of with Marwa's hoarding of those horses, or the Marwa's horse business, she felt like it was very unethical. So I feel like what she didn't want to tell you guys was that Marwa is not experienced when it comes to taking care of horses. And so horses were suffering in Marwa's villa, and some had even died, and they were not really being taken care of. There were no professional vets, because we know Marwa is a bit more very stingy man. He doesn't like to spend money. So even though horses are very high maintenance animals, he don't like to even feed those horses properly. He just wants these horses to graze around in the village like cow or goat, which this is not what horses do. Horses have their special diet and special treatment and special shoes that they're supposed to be wearing in their feet. They have to be groomed, they have to be washed, their feet have to be like they have to cut off the hooves and take care of horses fully. And I think that Marwa was dedicating himself to doing this business, but he's not equipped with the skills well to look after the things. So I think that this is what she was talking about when it comes to. So, what are you guys saying? Oh, she said there's going to be part two. I can't wait for that. And I can't. Marwa is going to do a live, and I think that it will depend. What do you guys think? Do you think that whatever Roshio said in this video, as a matter of fact, I feel like she said, almost said that it was almost that it was Aya Marwa's fault. That Aya Marwa never showed her love. She was always trying to, she felt so lonely. She felt alone and she felt unheard. And basically, none of her opinions were being taken heed of. And she just felt basically alone. What else did she say that you guys feel is disrespectful to Ayamara? Something else that she said was that the mom was a bit intrusive based on the fact that she was coming to the villa and it was not even the right moment. You have to read the room. Because she said she was making a video and the mom just came out of nowhere and was asking her, why are you not pregnant yet? And she said that that is very intrusive of the mom. Do you think this was? And then I heard some people saying that she did not have to bring the mom into it. I feel like Roshio is much better than me. That is just my opinion. Because if it was me, me, I would say more things, honestly. I would say, but then now everyone is like sort of pinning her down and saying that she was wrong, even to bring out the entire whatever, the video that she brought, knowing that I've seen some people, not many people are actually disagreeing with her because she got quite a lot of positive comments in her video, but some people disagreed with her, especially some people disagreed with her and felt like it was very unnecessary for her to do such a video, to talk like that, knowing that this is the platform that the baby daddy is using to make money, and it's almost going to taint his name. And for me, I felt like the way she brought about the entire thing was graceful. Guys, is my judgment bad? What do you think? What do you think? Because honestly, I watched this entire video. Apart from one thing that I wanted to realize that she did not own to the mistakes that she might have done. She did not own to it. But then again, she cannot say that Amara did something to her without also talking about her reaction based on what made Amara react the way he reacted, or but she admitted that she was saying some hurtful things to him that might have maybe triggered him to act the way he acted towards her. So I feel like this entire YouTube is what caused their drifting. I think like it's about the YouTube money, the donations, and basically the family. They were not. Maybe the lady came with her own ideology and disrespect to these people because she felt these people are villagers. They can't tell me anything. Blah blah. I'm a European. I come from Europe, different culture from yours, and you guys are stupid. You don't know anything. You can't tell me nothing. So with this mindset, he was trying to tell Amaro what to do. But then Amaro is an alpha male. Is that what they call them? You can't tell him what to do. So it was never going to work. But the way she brought this video across, she did it better than I could have. She did it better than I could. She'll come for us. Should Congrats mom not rather tell her son to marry Roshio before? Exactly. Exactly. Like in one breath, in one breath, this guy is talking about he doesn't want to get married and he doesn't respect marriage, doesn't think about like marriage is just a paper. And on the other hand, your mother is asking about why are you not pregnant yet? Yet these people are church elders. So what is this? Why are you not teaching them the right way and asking, or unless if they just wanted an heir from this woman, and that's it. They wanted this woman to just give birth and have an heir there, and she was not going to have any security in this village. Security based on maybe money. Some nothing is written in her name. The villa, nothing. She had nothing in her name. Even the fact that she had already married this girl. I mean, not married. I mean, had a child with this girl. So this woman, she actually looked around and thought that, I'm going to not have a losing game over here. I will just stay here, stay unhappy, try as much as possible to wait and see this man changed. This man is never gonna change. I'm going to come out of here empty-handed because we know that Marwa likes squandering everything that comes from his YouTube proceeds. So there is just no way that this woman was ever going to even have money unless she was making her own videos. But if they were making video jointly, the money was just going towards Ayamara. And I don't think any money is going towards her. And the reason why she perhaps has decided to even leave some hopes is probably because she's actually giving Amara chances to start stepping us up as a dad. I'm not sure if Amara is stepping up and maybe taking care of Maisha financially. I'm not sure if he is in his feelings because this woman has clearly taken away her son from him. But then again, if Amara wanted this woman to continue staying with the child, Amara could have even tried to give to give this child a dual citizenship passport, apply for this child. And I am sure that this is the reason why the child was born in Argentina. I don't know if the child was actually even in the birth certificate. I don't know if Amaro was mentioned in the birth certificate. So the entire thing is just a bit more complicated than we think. We might come and start judging and saying, oh, this one did wrong, so and so did wrong, and point fingers and blame the woman, because at the end of the day, in African setup, it's always a woman's fault. When a marriage or a relationship breaks, they really never want to listen to a woman's point of view. If a woman starts saying this and this, they start to point out what you did, what you could not keep a man and blah blah blah, and they give a man free pass. That is something that happens here a lot of the times. But in this case, I feel like there are more things that might have happened in this relationship that Roshio did not really open up to us regarding. So even if we are commenting, we might be judging her harshly without knowing the context, because she did not give us context to this entire story. This is the reason why I'm being nini, because akina nani wameshakuja. Sorry guys, I had to go and open the door because the boo is here. The habibi, the habibi. So I felt like she did better than me. But let's wait and hear what Ayamarwa is going to reply.
Very special video. Today, I'm going to be talking with you. We're going to have a chat. And today I am bringing some news that I think it's time to bring it to the table. I think it's time.
So, the reactors, majority of them knew this was coming. The people who are in denial were Marwa's fanatics. They were the ones who were in denial. So even if, let's say, this news is out, we knew. They were the ones we people kept saying, we, especially the reactors, they kept telling them, but they kept saying, oh no, they are just taking a break. She's going to be back. But we knew. So anyway, what is she saying?
To speak about it and to give a formal announcement necessary, and it's important for me to
Merudi
release all that I am feeling in the best way possible through this video to be able to move forward. I want to formally explain why I left Kenya, what led me to it, and why I didn't give any explanations about my movement. Today, I want to publicly announce that Marwa and I are separated. I am very grateful for my relationship with Marwa because it gave me Maisha, our son. When I left Kenya, I didn't say a word, at least in social media, because I didn't want to make a lot of noise about it. I wanted to be able to live at peace or peacefully. I wanted to be able to process.
You know, if Ayamara had known that she is leaving, maybe perhaps he could not. Maybe perhaps he could not allow her to sort of live with a child. So that is the reason why she came actually with the family, just in case shit hit the roof. She had a support system. So I understand the reason why she decided to come with the entire family. Just so that, because she was going to live with the child and she was going to pack everything. So Ayamara actually could figure out that these people are really not going to come back. Then maybe he could have acted crazy. So that is the reason why she did it the way she did it. I'm not blaming her for that.
Everything that was happening more in an
And I heard people who are also saying that she had to make sure to bring the family and to bring her family over to Ayamara's villa, to use Ayamara for, I don't know, doing the what and what and what to the family. How sure are you that Ayamara is the one who paid for those things? How sure are you? Maybe the donators are the ones who paid for those things. And again, she's making videos with Ayamara. So whatever money Ayamara uses to even host the family is the money that she has always also contributed to bringing from YouTube, because she contributes to Ayamara's views by actively being in Ayamara's video. So if they are your daddy's child, that is the least you could even expect from. Anyway, people are different, but I feel like people were actually telling her that she had calculated her moves and made sure that she had used Ayamara in one way or the other. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know.
And not with all the voices from the outside. If me or Mara would have said something about it. It wasn't an easy decision. It really took me a lot of time, a lot of months, a lot of second chances, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of trying. And even though I needed to make this decision of parting because I couldn't take it anymore, but at the same time, it was extremely painful. And
for the people who are making videos to bash on her and to tell her it is not, to tell her that whatever she did was wrong and blah blah, what if you find out that this girl was being battered by him? What if you find out that the child was going to be raised in a very toxic environment and the cycle that happened with Amara was going to continue with Maisha? So instead of the mother staying in that type of environment where, especially because they were not okay together, they were always fighting. And now the child was in the picture, they were having bad blood with each other in the village. Do you think that it was a good move for her to actually step away from that instead of staying and raising a child in that environment? Because again, the child was already here. So there was nothing that she could have done to change that the child was already here. So as a mother, she knows what is best for her child. So what if she might have found out uh-uh, eh, enda tu. So what if she could have found out that if she stayed, the more she stayed, the more things could be a little bit too toxic for the child, and it could not turn out for the child's development to be good. Then she just decided not to stay for the sake of the child. So now the people who are bashing her and for leaving, you don't know exactly the scenario. We cannot we cannot beat her over this because I feel like I know it takes two people for a relationship to break. She cannot just entirely blame Ayamarwa for the breakup, for the relationship breaking. There must be, both of them are not angels in this. I'm not going to say that it is Roshio's fault. And then again, I'm also not going to say that it's Ayamarwa's fault. I'm just going to say that both of them were at fault. Yeah. So let's stop taking sides because she went to Ayamarwa knowing after Ayamarwa had shown him all his true colors, she still decided to give birth to Ayamarwa for her own selfish gains. So whatever happens from there, the only thing that the person that we are supposed to be sad for is the child, because the child is the only person who is going to hurt in this. These two adults, they know what they were getting themselves into. She cannot tell me that when she was with she cannot tell me that Marwa showed her all these true colors, but she decided to still get pregnant because of pressure. I mean, who pressures you? Do you just fall from the sky and land on the for you to get you don't. You have to actually calculate it and the entire thing. So you can't just say that it was not even an accident. It's something that they had planned. And as a woman in her 30s, she should know which safe days that she should know her cycle to know exactly what happens if she do when she's not safe and when she's safe. So then again, I don't want to show them on the video. So I have to position myself in a way I don't have to show their faces because you have to respect the people in your space. I have visitors. I have I have a guest living with us right now. So this is the reason why I say that I'm not going to basically blame Roshio in everything.
needed to And things were getting worse, and I needed a change. If I have to be extremely honest, I think a lot of women will relate with me that a woman never leaves from one day to another or out of nowhere.
I believe it. I believe that a woman never just packs and leaves. There must be something that makes a woman pack and leave. And I'm not saying this to make her be an angel. Mm-mm. I believe her fully. But she took her time. According to her, she was giving the guy too many chances for him to change.
I think a woman never leaves without first trying to explain, to express herself, to express her needs, to try to make it work, to try to make it better, to try um, to try, to try. And I'm going to say this because this is something that happened in a lot of relationships where this is actually the moment where men are not really able or open to fully understand us, to fully listen to us, to fully hear us. And this is the moment where
In this case, I feel like she's putting blame on him. I feel like she's putting, okay, again, without context, it's difficult to react fully to these videos. You can't pin it because a lot of things are left so
we are
vague.
the most misunderstood. This is the moment when we are called names like either you're crazy, you complain all the time, nothing satisfies you, you're so hard to please, I work so hard and you don't see, you're ungrateful, and the list goes on, right? But it's very important because we always tried to give it a twist. We try to make it work, especially when there is a child involved, like in my case. Then it comes a time when we live. We live first in our heart, and then we live physically. And then from the masculine side is out of nowhere for them. And this is something that happens a lot, not just in my case. I think also in previous relationship, I
Guys,
experienced a little bit of that, and I know it's
so both of these people have been in previous relationships that have not worked out. She was in a 5 years relationship that did not work out. Ayamara was also in some very what is it called, controversial relationship here on the social media, that the breakup was not good with this lady from, I don't know, Thailand, this Asian girl that they were together with. So based on this, the kind of relationships these people have been having, both of them doesn't have history of being in good relationships. And based on, even though Roshio might think that she comes from a very stable family, her mom and dad are like sort of together, and she's seen she's seen basically, she's been raised in a very loving environment, because according to her, she was saying that Ayamarwa comes from a very toxic background compared to her. And she was saying that she tried to like sort of give him grace and try to sympathize with the fact that his upbringing was not good. But then again, that one aside, she also came from a background where everything seemed smooth, but she still had a broken relationship after 5 years. Ayamara also had a broken relationship. So this is all just based on the kind of people you people choose. So why are you drawn to this type of men that you choose, or this type of woman that you choose? It is basically not at because your background, because the way you are raised or what. Is this because you guys are making poor decisions? As adults, we usually make poor decisions in in the men or the women we choose to be with, despite them showing us red flags here and there. We still just believe that we are going to be, we are going to make it right. We give it chances and chances after chances. So this has nothing to do with your upbringing. However, I feel like if you are coming from a toxic background, or something might have happened in your childhood, I feel like you should go through therapy for you not to continue the cycle. That is just what I feel. But let me read from you, because I'm sure you guys have watched exactly the video that Roro was talking. But a lot of people just spoke so much regarding this. Someone is saying, "I'm so sorry to hear the news. It's 25 years and counting in my marriage to an African man, and I'm British. It can work, and I truly believe it's down to the individual. You did what is right for you and your baby. Staying in an unhappy relationship isn't good. So I truly wish you the best of success moving forward." Me, that is exactly my sentiment. Someone else is saying, "Thank you for sharing your story, especially while still carrying the pain, heartbreak, and heaviness that must come with it. That kind of vulnerability is not easy, and it takes so much strength to open up the way you did. The way you structured your message was honestly beautiful." Honestly, this is how I saw it. It was graceful. That is the reason why I told you that I'm better than her. It was great. I mean, she's better than me in this regard. It was graceful, mature, and full of self awareness. I really admired that you don't come with bitterness, blame, or finger pointing, but instead spoke with honesty and acceptance, acknowledging that sometimes two people can love each other in some way and still not be meant to walk the rest of their life together. I'm truly sorry that things did not work out the way your heart may have once hoped. You seem such a kind, powerful, and deeply genuine human being, and I truly pray that one day all of this pain is placed with peace, all of this heaviness with healing, and that the and that the love you give to naturally find its way back to you in the way you deserve. Wishing you strength for the hard days, softness for your healing, and brighter love filled with chapters ahead. Yeah, that was a very nice message for her. Someone is saying, "I saw this coming from a woman. I saw how hard you tried. I would have gone crazy to have people at my house every day. You have tolerated enough. I knew you through Marwa, and I have to say, you are the first of his girlfriend that I saw that really embraced his culture and his people. All the best to you and your son." Mhm. All right. People have different opinions, and that is the reason why YouTube is a beautiful place. You might differ with me in my opinion, but let's just agree to disagree at this particular moment. Someone else is saying, although I am a follower of Marwa, I'm not a blind follower. I've seen behaviors that as a woman could and will not tolerate. I've always said that Roshio is strong because I could have left long ago. I still like Marwa and would continue to support the both of you. Roshio, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. This is my exact sentiment. Yes, both of them are not perfect. Mayamara is not the best man alive. Roshio is not the best woman alive. But at the end of the day, she might have tried. And this family is toxic. Roshio herself is also toxic. All of them are toxic. They came together in this toxic environment. What do you expect? To explode. Hmm? But at the end of the day, she was trying to fix everything. They were all trying. I don't know if Marwa was trying enough because, according to her, Marwa was just not even there. He was not a loving man. He doesn't show affection. Marwa is just like me. I'm not affectionate person. So there are people who have such weaknesses. Uh, Most of us knew from the beginning, good luck and God bless you and your child. I'm telling you. There were people who knew exactly. All right, I'll keep reading. I started watching you again when you went back home because I could connect with your positive energy and vibration again. I can sense Marwa personality and I knew he was a difficult person to embrace and open the different opinions and emotions. Most of us knew it was just a matter of time before Marwa show up as who Marwa is. Kwani yako wapi akuli? Wameenda kukula juu? Oh, you made the best decision. Iko wapi chakula yake? Chakula yake? Wameenda kukula kwa room. You made the best decision. Speaking up helps in healing. Someone else is saying, you are beautiful, classic, matured, and very good mother to baby Maisha. One day you will find the love you deserve. Wishing you all the best. May God continue to guide your path. Long story short, someone else is saying, long story short, I was shocked you lasted that long. I was even more shocked when I saw your pregnancy, but I am happy you are happy and I wish your family best of luck. Someone else is saying, good, you refuse to live a frustrating life very early. I respect your values. Another one is saying, your face is glowing, fresh, and beautiful. Someone else is saying, such an amazing woman. I like how real she is. Not all relationships lead to marriage, and I'm wishing Ro and Marwa all the best. Someone else is saying, Ro, I thank you for finally letting us out. Sometimes this indeed sometimes this is needed, and I'm sure you will find some relief and mental peace. That said, I can tell you that I knew you weren't happy in that environment when you went back after the birth of Maisha. The biggest issue is cultural differences, and adapting is not easy. I know you will find love again, but don't For now, do what makes you happy and live your life to your fullest potential. Someone else is saying, not being affectionate is Marwa's character, not a Kenyan character. And people replied on that. This is true. On video, Marwa was sitting with his mom and him, mom, she told Roshio that holding hands and affection like that was forbidden in their culture. Marwa said, "See," and smiled at his mom. That family had deep scars. Hmm? Culture is culture and have nothing to do with anyone's scar. Just shut up. What do you mean by culture? Affection, showing affection. Me personally, I don't usually show public affection because me, I lived in the Emirates for like how many years? And it's forbidden to do that there. So I can't do that publicly. Like, even in indoors, you feel awkward doing that. So can you imagine? And again, doing that in front of your parents, it's not usually very normal here. Yeah. So I understand exactly what they mean when they say that. So some people are saying if my husband does not show me affection, the marriage is over. Anyway, it just depends on an individual. There are people who don't show affection, there are people who just don't want to show affection. Someone else wrote something very long here. I don't know if you guys care to listen, but I'm gonna read it. I had a feeling when you left that it was a separation, and I also knew you needed time to process and tell your story. I'm truly happy your family was there to support you and cover you and Maisha back to Argentina. I can never say I didn't see the sign and notice how difficult it was for you to stay strong in the relationship. I've watched your videos, Marwa, David Jr., D, and sometimes others, and it is very obvious that the women in the village, with the exception of one, have to deal with a lot. Even simpler things like having a man carry an item or help a woman carry water seem like it was non-existent. The men there seem to know it all, but when you peel back the curtain, they don't know anything and use being a man and use in quotes being a man as some sort of right to do whatever. On the western side of the world, things are different, and transitioning to that type of life will be extremely difficult to connect with, and you will feel lonely. But I am proud of you for choosing yourself and your son and making certain your son grows to be a man whom he should be. And with all of life experience, there will always be things you learn and grow from it. I will continue to watch your videos and support you in your journey with Maisha. He deserves to have a good life with structure and proper guidance. See, majority are very positive. You know, when I was saying, I was looking at the reactors and like I want to see how reactors are going to spin everything. But according to me, it is not something that we have not all said. We've all insinuated, we've all said all these. I mean, it is what it is. Rocio, thank you for your honesty, which is very much appreciated. I have followed your journey. I have followed Marwa journey. Marwa is a leopard that will never change its spot. With Marwa, there are too many red flags. In particular, Marwa's belief in multiple wives and lack of respect for your opinion. I don't wish to say, I told you so. I wish both you and Maisha the very best for the future, and I know that Maisha, under both you and your loving family guidance, would grow up into both loving souls. Best wishes from the UK. I hope Maisha doesn't grow up in a place where he is discriminated, because we know Argentina is just not racially accepting. So let's hope even the mother will move away from there, just for the sake of the child to grow up in an inclusive environment. I Someone else is saying, for those of us who understand the feminine point of view and the culture dynamics between male dominance and the superiority over women places in society and inheritance, we empathize. At the end of the day, the decision and choices you made for your happiness and peace of mind, what matters most. All the best and God bless. Well spoken, Roshio. You are a very level headed person. Please apply the same energy in co-parenting. Do it for Maisha. But co-parenting, you can't do it. It has to be wanted both sides. Like, she is level headed. What about Marwa? Is Marwa, I'm sure his feelings are hurt for her taking away the child the way she did. So he's really not going to understand the entire situation. So for now, his feeling is really going to get hurt to an extent he will not be able to even maybe take care of the child. It happens a lot, you know, with the African men. When you take away their child, they get so much into their feelings. I knew from the start. I'm just happy for the decision you made. Okay. Such is life. You will just find someone who shows you affection, and you will find someone who gets his way of showing love. Okay. For sure, this relationship made you a little wiser, knowing the questions you have to ask at the beginning of a relationship. Okay. Hello, Roshio. I did have some reservations at the beginnings, but I thought you are strong and would be positive influence and make things work. But I guess it's not true. I'm just as emotional as you are about the situation, but I fully support your decision. In spite, in spite of the fact that we only know you virtually, just know that we love you and wish you the best and every happiness in the future. What uh, hmm, what would we do without Prince Maisha? He's the best gift that you have given us. Much love to you and your son. That's such a beautiful message. Women are not just baby making machines. Hmm? That is someone saying. Women are not just making machine. We are much more than that. We are visionaries, natures, and naturers, and in partnership we have a voice of reasoning and should be loved and respected as such. Continue in your journey, stay strong, live your life, and find happiness in all your endeavors. The creator of the universe loves us and wants us to be happy. Okay. Someone else is saying, Rocio, I cried along with you. I must say, I have to apologize to you for judging you sometimes. I appreciate your heart and transparency. You're such a mature woman, very open minded. Don't ever change that. Wishing all the best. Roshio, at least you can say that you tried. That relationship you had with Marwa was for a reason. Father God has other plans for you. Your son is a very beautiful gift from God. She has so many comments. So many comments. The two of you were clearly mismatched. Both of you can now find your true match. I totally agree with that. Someone else is saying, I knew this day would come. Roshio for the maturity and tolerance. Roshio, thumbs up Roshio for the maturity and tolerance. As a woman, you really tried so hard to stay with Marwa for 2 years, especially when reacted poured out truth and the endless fallout with villagers, the ranting and insults on live videos. When it comes to Marwa, it's not about culture or an African thing. Marwa is just Marwa. If you had independently watched his video right from Colombia, I bet outright he's not a husband material. He exhibits narcissism, egocentric behavior to those around him, previous relationships, family, village mates, and imaginary enemy. If it is only those who tolerate or or psychopaths stick around him but eventually get tired and give up and run off. Jeremiah stuck with his wife through thick and thin and was present in the delivery room. Kenyan celebrities have videos of the men who equally grew up harsh environment but show that love and care to their wives and even being present in the delivery room. But bless you and Maisha in the new beginning. I think this person is saying is actually comparing Ayamarwa to other African men because Ayamarwa was not like stepped out during delivery of the child, and Roshio said that she will never forgive him for that. Oh, Roshio, worry not. May God, Almighty God, show you the way, and you'll endure all what you're going through. I like this woman. So mature, I salute you. You know, guys, I'm trying to find a negative thing in this. I'm trying to find a negative. Let me find a negative. All make mistakes committing for a man before you know him. First mistake. This person is saying something that is, I think we should read. We all make mistakes. Committing to a man before you knew him was your first mistake. Thinking he would change, this is exactly what I was saying. Thinking he would change was the second. Bringing an innocent child into an unstable situation is now is now a repair you will need to focus upon for this life upon for life. Some things can be explained by cultural differences, but just a basic understanding of human nature could have served you well. Lastly, life is forgiving, and every day we have an opportunity to learn and make better decisions. These words come easy for me now because I have seen 71 years of mistakes I've made and 10 years of trying to make amends whilst simultaneously forgiving myself. You are still young enough to create the life you and your son deserve. Yeah, yep, 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 yep. Eh, I'm trying to see anything negative here. Eh, someone is saying, I remember Marwa once said, it's hard to make some people happy. And if you are not happy, you can go. Didn't know he was referring to you. All right. Marwa was saying that it's hard to make some people happy. Eh? Marwa was saying, once Marwa said, it is hard to make some people happy. And if you are not happy, you can go. I didn't know he was referring to you. Ma, all right. Hey, people have really spoken. Let me read something else. I feel like a lot of people have just given their opinions, and majority of things, guys, you have to understand that a woman opening up and coming and talking to you guys about her mistakes without really bashing the other person to the core and being into nitty gritty details of exactly what happens takes a lot of courage. With this judgmental internet, I really don't like Rocio like that. But at the end of the day, we need to give her grace because it takes a lot of courage because you don't know what she's going through. Maybe she is depressed, or maybe she's right now regretting her decisions, being a single mother because of her own bad choices and whatnot. The least thing that you can do is try to put her down even more just because she feel the need. Because she feel like she needs to be transparent with her followers, so she has to kind of come and give this entire speech of what really happened and why she's not going back to Ayamarwa. And there are many YouTubers who really feel like it's none of your business. But for her, she feel the need to just talk about it to get it out of her chest. It is not, it's something that is supposed to be commendable, and we are not supposed to actually bash her and even put her down more, because already she knows that she made mistakes, and already it is clear that she chose the wrong person to have a child with, and now she is basically not happy about the consequences of it all. And I had someone saying on this reaction that she's very ashamed and not proud of her son, and she regrets having birth to the son. And I'm like, exactly, I didn't see anything like that in the video anywhere. The only time I've seen her is when she is really loving on that kid, and I've not seen her in any way showing anything that she doesn't like that child. She's always with that child, carrying that child, showing that child love and affection since even when they were in the villa. So I've not seen that. I mean, why would you say that she doesn't like, she's regretting having her son? Why would you say that? Like, I mean, anyway, people can be people at the end of the day. They'll say whatever they feel like. I feel your pain, and I know that in life, that life in the village was a hard one for you. I'm glad you decided to walk away because the men in the village do not respect women, and it's a shame that you did not get the love and understanding from the mother, rushing rushing you to get pregnant so fast. But that is their culture. Also in Nigeria culture, to have a baby right away, which your relationship is between you and Marwa, not the mother, but that is their culture. But Roshio, I respect you for leaving and not keeping Maisha from Marwa's life. Isaac, mumeniachia chakula, mimi sijakula.
Chakula iko.
Kama mmenimalizia.
Nilikuwa nafikiri umeshakula.
Siwezi kula hapa, nilikuwa nangoja tukule pamoja.
Okay.
Siwaambie Papa Queen asiweke hiyo nini.
Atamaliza hapo tu kwa simu.
Hiyo sahani silale kwa bedroom. Panya unajua zitaanza kukuja hapo zikisikia manyama zinanuka kwa bedroom. In the village, do not respect women, and it's the shame that you did not get the love and understanding from the mother rushing. I understand the mother might be actually rushing these people because you see the way the way the daughter Dim Wango is testing for pregnancy every single day. The mother might be asking her, "Are you not pregnant yet? Are you not pregnant yet?" So unethical. I have I have learned that wealth and success alone cannot keep a woman. It takes a lot to be together for long. All the best to you, Roshio and Marwa, as you officially take different paths. Okay. For a woman's point of view, I understand what you are saying. I agree with you. A lot of things you're saying. My husband was a good provider, but was a terrible husband. Mhm. I'm trying to look for anything negative on the comment section. Hmm? Someone is saying you did the right thing. It is not easy, but you are strong and courageous. Marwa is a narcissist. He will always appear as a good person, but behind closed door, the mask fall off. The mask fall off. You will be fine. This breakup takes time, especially with the baby. Everything will be fine. Be strong. Rocio, I'm your biggest fan from London, UK. I'm a black man from West Africa and the Caribbean, and my wife is from Ukraine, where we met. Two cultures, two backgrounds, but because I'm very romantic guy with an expressive love language, I knew how to blend both of our cultures to make things work. Marwa, although a world traveler, never tried to improve and learn from other cultures observed from other culture, I knew that he would never improve, and also I saw his fist of rage when angry and his heated argument with some of the villagers in camera, an absolute very ugly sight. And when a man acts like this is alarm bells ringing. I knew that is it was not a safe environment for you to involve in, and I knew from the start that things would not work, but I had high hopes things would gradually improve, and finally you would find true love and peace within him, although you tried on and on. As an intelligent woman, you made a great escape, so to speak, and now it is time to solely focus on yourself and your son and move on. Better days are ahead, and when the right time comes, you will find such a better man. You will find much better man whose love language and affection are greater than your expectations, and truly you are going to be a true match made in heaven because not only will truly love you and expect your son and accept your son as his own. Huyu mtu naye ameandika mingi jamani. Hey, that is a man who is actually married to a white woman. You guys. Miss Cabrera, sometimes relationships don't work out, and that's part of life. Just appreciate the lesson learned, and if you choose to move forward with peace and respect for everyone involved, raise your head up and do it with grace. When persons have their friends and family in the middle, this creates chaos. You live and learn. Forget the dictators and continue distractors. Yeah, forget the distractors and continue doing you. God bless you. Great life and blah blah. Just nice words. He just told her nice words. Ro, I'm Kenyan, but honestly, you stomached a lot, and my opinion, you did your best. Now focus on your maisha. Now, you guys, I'll just tell you guys as a Kenyan, a man with Ayamarwa's personality, Kenyan woman is not going to fathom that. Is not going to stomach that. Okay. People talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. Someone else is saying, I don't think that all of those people were haters. They just knew Marwa personally and character better than you did. Oh, yeah, because she was talking about that people were always talking, hoping for their relationship not to last. So someone is saying that I don't think that all those people were haters. They just knew Mara's personality and character better than you did and knew that they will never commit 100% to you and knew that he would never commit 100% to you or a family. Remember that many of Marwa's haters were once fans, not who turned off by his behavior. Ah, once fans who got turned off by his bad behavior towards women and others. Hmm. Me, I started watching Marwa when they had an ugly breakup here on social media with his ex, where the ex was crying. I don't know who beat who. I don't know if she's the one who beat the ex or the ex beat him. I don't know. They were beating each other. Hmm. I'm telling you, someone with a tantrum like that guy, and then money minded, money focused, and donations, and give me more money, give me money for this, give me. Hey, yeah, that person is very difficult to deal with. You guys go and read up on Roshua's channel because she have over 1,000 comments that I'm not gonna go through today. So anyway, guys, it's getting late. I'm have to log out. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys on my next live. Have a lovely one. Bye.